Hello everyone! So I have a drawer where I keep all the art supplies that I'm gonna try out or review, and I was going through it the other day searching for something, and then instead I found this little box, and inside we have these tiny little bottles. I don't remember getting these at all, but I think I have an idea from where I got them. A company that I used to do reviews for a while ago. I had totally forgot about these, and they are so freaking adorable and cute, so I thought it would be fun to try them out today to see if I can make any art with them. So these are 7ml ink bottles, and it does look like there might be glitter in these inks. It looks like the glitter has stuck on one side of the bottle since they have been laying for so long. Nothing that a good shake won't fix. Some of the inks looks very see-through, so I wonder how pigmented they are, but there's only one way to find out. Let's swatch these. So there are 12 little bottles and they are numbered from 1 to 12, so hopefully there are some kind of color order to these. And I will actually use my glass dip pen because I think these are dip pen inks. I'm gonna start with shaking them thoroughly so that all the glitter will be evenly distributed. Distributed? That's a weird word. Oh, look at all them tiny bubbles. Oh, that's weird. Oh no, when I try to remove the rubber cork, the ink is seeping out. Alright, no accidents so far. Shouldn't have shaken it that much, now the nib is full of bubbles. It is working, yay, it looks much more pigmented than I thought it would. So I will call this one Ink 01. Can't really see any glitter in it, well, maybe some little sparks. Maybe the glitter will be more visible in the other inks. I'm not gonna shake it as much as I did last time, just a little smooth shake. I don't like that the ink is seeping out when I try to remove the cork. Oh, and I got ink all over my fingers. Oh, I hate when it goes under the fingernails. Doesn't that look appetizing? This swatching process will take a hot minute. So let's just speed through these swatches so that I can finally make some kind of art. Oh, stop staining my nails, ugh. So there we have all of them. Not the most beautiful or cohesive swatches I've ever done, but I think I got a little annoyed that the ink stained my nails and my fingers, so yeah. But yeah, here they are. They are actually very vibrant and there is a lot of pretty colors. You can't really see that much of the glitter though. Oh, also, let's see if these are water soluble, which I do hope, or else this will be a nightmare. It does actually look like the ink is dissolving. Then one last test. I want to see how these inks are to apply with a regular paintbrush, because that is usually how I prefer to use my inks. Stop spewing inks on me, please. Oh, that is pretty. I do actually think I prefer to use the ink this way, applying it like watercolors. Alright, let's see if I can create something with these tiny little nasty inks. So as usual, I'm doing the thumbnailing and sketching in Procreate, and I asked you guys on Instagram what you thought I should paint with these tiny inks, and Dina Liz Arts and Crafts suggested one illustration for each color, which I thought sounded like a very fun idea, like one color challenge times 12. Then Mangle Wrangle suggested mutated cat breeds, which also sounded like a lot of fun. So what I ended up with after a little bit of brainstorming is fruit cats. Why not? The colors are so bright and delicious, so I thought it was very fitting. So let's take them in order, starting with the creatively named ink number 1. This is yellow, so of course I had to make a banana cat. While doing this challenge, I had a little trouble figuring out how much fruit and how much cat I should draw, because obviously cats aren't really shaped like fruits and vice versa. So sometimes they are more fruit-like and sometimes they are more cat-like with some fruity features. So this kitty is kind of banana shaped with a banana peel on its head, which I thought was so cute. This yellow is very bright and it isn't layering that well, so I had to cheat a little and bring in a tiny bit of orange to be able to add some contrast and shading, but I think it really lifted the whole illustration and I think the yellow is still in focus here. Next up is ink number 2, orange. I first thought of pumpkin, but I ended up drawing a kiwano, or African horned cucumber. I had no idea that such thing even existed, but it has a very nice orangey color, so I thought, why not? All of these inks, besides the yellow one, are very easy to layer. For all of these illustrations, I often started with a lighter ink wash for the base, and then I added some more contrast with darker and darker ink layers. So yeah, I could just use one color only and still add contrast and shading. Also, I don't really know what happened with the glitter in the ink. I think you can see some sparks here and there if you look very closely, but it isn't exactly overwhelming. Then we have number 3, an orangey red. I first thought of blood orange, but then I came to think of pomegranates. They have these little tuft tassel things on the top of them. I don't really know what it's called, but I thought that would look so cute for the tail of the cat, like a short-tailed kitty. I think that pomegranates have a little cooler toned red to them. This red is very orange, but I still really like how it turned out. I tried to draw these cats in a lot of different poses to make them stand out from each other even more and to make them a little more interesting, and I really like how all of them turned out. Number 4 is some kind of reddish pink, so this will be a Radish Kitty. So you might see in some of the illustrations that the line art changes and it looks a little different from when I drew it and when I'm coloring it. And I actually made the line art for all of these 12 illustrations on the wrong kind of paper. I started to color one of them and the ink just started to feather out and bled over the lines and it just looked terrible. So I had to redraw every single one of them on another type of paper that worked a lot better with the inks. So always check your art supplies before going into an art project. Anyways, some radishes have this pink to white gradient, so that is what I did here. Radishes also have this tail kind of with root strings coming out of it, so I made this cat's tail like that too. I think it turned out so cute, yet a little creepy. Ink number 5, it is very similar to the previous one, but a little more pinkish I think. So this kitty was turned into a strawberry, licking its butt of course, as you probably noticed on the previous Radish cat and on this one, and also for some of the coming illustrations. I will add a tiny bit of green to color the stems of the fruit, so it may not be strictly one color challenge, but I thought it looked a lot nicer adding the green than just trying to color it all with the same color. I still try to focus on the main color, so to speak. For this one I also added some white for the seeds, just to make it a little more strawberry-like. Also, let me know which one of these fruit cats illustrations that you like the most and what would you name it. I'm pretty sure there are some good word puns lurking here. number 6, which is like a yellowish green. Also, I don't really understand the color order of these inks, jumping from pink to green, but anyways, this green made me think of a pear. This illustration may have been the easiest one to make since cats are already kind of pear shapes when they sit down, so I just exaggerated that shape even more and voila, we have a pear kitty. I really like this color, it's such a vibrant, punchy green, it makes me so happy. In fact, all of these inks were very vibrant and pigmented and I did actually really enjoy working with them. Besides that they stained my nail, I really hated that, but I kind of fixed the problem with the spewing ink bottles by using a paper towel to open the corks with, so I could protect my hands and it worked pretty well. Then we have ink color number 7, which is like a brownish green, perfect for a kiwi I thought, and this may be one of my favorites, not the color itself, but I like how subtle the fruit aspect turned out, yet you can still clearly see the kiwi features. I just like the simplicity, I suppose. Also, since I don't really have that much to say about this illustration, even if I love it, please, if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell icon so that you won't miss any of my cat illustrations. I do actually make quite a few of those. I don't really love to ask you for subs and likes, but it seems like my videos do actually perform a lot better when I do so, so please excuse me. But yeah, here it is, kiwi cat, so cute. Number 8, which is like a bottle green color, I immediately came to think of a watermelon, the watermelon rind or shell or whatever it's called, and it was so much fun drawing this round little kitty. I made the whiskers a little curly, like the curly watermelon vines, and I love how that turned out. Here I had to use the pear light green color as a base since watermelons are usually light and dark green striped, but I made sure to have the dark green in focus of course, and I think this one turned out so darn cute too, also one of my favorites. Watermelons are so delicious too. Then we have ink number 9, like a teal bluish color, so this one I had a little trouble with since there isn't that many bluish fruits or vegetables that I know of. I don't know if blue raspberries is a real thing or not, but I already had a similar berry, so I needed to pick something else. I found this kale that had a bit of a bluish tint to it. It was more like a reddish purpley color though, but I thought it was close enough. So I made this cat into a cabbage kitty. Also, I am not making these illustrations in order, just so you know, in case you've seen some other colors on the mixing palettes while I'm painting, that is why. But yeah, I think this one turned out so adorable. Then number 10, a warmer purpley color. So I turned this kitty into a bunch of grapes. I think I spent the most time on this one, maybe because it took a little time to paint in all the individual grapes. So I played around with patterns in the cat's fur as well to kind of replicate the grapes. And I think it may have been a little too much perhaps, but it is also pretty cute. This was actually the first one that I made, so when I realized how long this one took, I tried to keep the other ones a little more simple and quicker. I love the curly tail, by the way, inspired by the grapevines. Then we have the second to last, number 11. This is more of a violet color, perfect for an eggplant. I had so much fun with the shape of this. Actually, I had so much fun with all of these, trying to figure out how to draw all the different fruit and vegetable features and have them blend in with the cat. Some of them worked a lot better than others, of course, but it was such a fun little exercise. But yeah, I'm super happy with this eggplant cat. It looks adorable with a stem on its head. It seems so pleased. I also love this purple color. Then lastly we have the 12th color, which is like a Payne's gray / cool grayish color. For this one I came to think of blackberries. Blackberries are usually a little more purple or bluish, but I will have to work with what I've got, I suppose. I turned the cat's butt into the berry and then I had it fade out into the fur, kind of. And I don't know if it looks a little weird, but yeah, I am painting cats as fruits, so. And I made a stem of the blackberry as the tail of the cat, which I think looks so adorable. So what is your favorite fruit or berry? Let me know in the comments below. Mine might actually be blackberry or raspberries. Delicious. I don't know how many times I've said delicious in this video. So there we have all of them. I think they all turned out so adorable and cute and delicious, and it was such a fun challenge, even if it took a little longer than I thought it would because of that little mishap with the paper. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please click that little like button if you did, and thank you so much for watching. I hope I will see you next time. Keep drawing my happy cats. Bye!